I'm a idiot. Okay. All right. So we quite one a week die. We check here later. They young man of Padang a week die. Mà lấy ruột chứ gạo. We quite one a week die. Mà lấy ruột chứ gạo. Để các cái lôi okay. Yen ra nó vô cái giờ pay về nó man. We check here later. They yan. Bedin cái nào bắt cháu của vô bây giờ là chuyện.
Alana, aying manyam. Ina chinya when you boy get the thing by chigam. Lam piano, when piano. When you come to condemn, Ina be a good. Jimmy check the warrior on a chong of my band. Get it, when no pretend to be a content. One visit later, but you check when. Conduin in mama. I know in Elena, I think my jelly, Chegating man, but Chegating man. Johnny in the loo in the care, quite twin. What a care, tag man, the kitchen, quite twin. In one net yell, at the dog, I look in around a bunting, you go up to. When I can young walk nowhere do. In a token, do, come away. In a chet, I run no come quite but the love very good. Piano Copanala, never Kumoneka, Akunin, your pian one yet. I love is it, the Galana, my yell. Cabana beside that high ring, my Superman the music. Alana, I ring my yell. In a chain, when the boy could be a thing by Chigam, and I'm piano. When piano, when you got the content, in a be a good. Jimmy check the warrior on a chong of my band, get it, when no pretend to be a content, one visit later, but the check when.
Amiam wogi oga kai inalana aying manyel ye jon ne jon akuda ke kusan ne makwanya uchu
We check here where mother ready we young and Padang we die with ya we young up and we check here mother ready and on jam go we can and matek can chu gao it condition the dam ko ranaban in chamos ko live dan ye loy ko kola at the same live one ye two loy and they work sa benam piece ka panal when ko bo te young Padang sa benam piece ka ga chakalo ma chak ke kun na chak ke kun ke ngoy na solution. And the second topic also is about thank to brother Abuna Mayrur, point to your sister Amona doing for the very wonderful wedding again, like Pan Africa tonight. The work jumping with Kuke Dongnim. Thank you, and in Mundo Kujamo. Thank you very much for wonderful. A good job, like this evening, Juba. Yaran jam we gan matek tek ku jeng Padang we yok thank you very much ke di de loy ku nyali ke we ku film mean when a short clip book out in a short clip it we work in wo jeng Padang I can be work one of the our sister and brother who was married book clip the yen tau but then yen kenana yen ba mati na ya dang one of the couple ke ben in our life today. I yeah yen te yen cha tao ka cái nên ben Wilson yin cha le giờ de ben chin ben ko giờ cái quái này cái đai ben padang yen đai ko giờ na jeng ben yen đai our life today the same thing a petition again is unfair reconstitute TNLA for Afanal constitution. So what do we need also with young now we took seven MPs one ke ki gam we ga kuma kaka ki enough ko jana ben wan in ko bu kwan wen may amina wen commissioner chulu ka chak ti ngai kwan so in ko bu work with ti ya dang na de nam time you work join you ben live you and you are highly welcome also pa commissioner chulu ga chak ping non chi kwa nyane chul commissioner wan yen chi ke magata de chulu le lok chu kwa nen dei mai chi we gen ping ten we kai to fi pani ju nu bete pa ke wo ke jam tin ri wo jeng fa dang go jo notification call call na yen chi ke we gloy dolomu 7 MPs ku ja 3 from IU payan my banya Wilson in pengan
in piang
iyan and the number each of the video then Louis pros lakini I think the sound is okay abe Louis uninstall again pa yena kana yena ba gamin ko brother Mayroro so ade clip then it was at Louis play lobby later on the time ben wedding then in Louis to tweeten ko and no more pictures then lakini de kan it was at na chu yo 1 to 3 minutes but we play later the time de ben Viran Vanin King, thank you very much in Padang, Louis, thank you with the wedding, Jana sister. Pa yin gana kega couple and walk a jam thing today, pa yin in Bagam flow, and then Amala Twinton ba ling Kiatle Padang.
yan dara loga lu share karang local
Okay, local, what's up, ya dang,
local group
yeah de ka de ne loy whatsapp ya dang era ne loy chatin pa ya nan be at be la twing tene ba live loy share we ko we dai we be live loy share ku ya nan be link about toy bi kana de nam time you can come in and join us they ma work bentin what the link na about toy fa I believe ko fa ni juba re ne ta shara man 22 so it should be the good time bi wek dai kaloi ko bi wok dai dan kaloi ke ye wek takle jere de chan ja ma tek tek ku ja ben Wilson ben Padang fi diaspora Wilson yen Wilson ba gam time bala twen ko let me go ahead and share this and share the link
kare lu
also
garang check ngor ga yibe de temrul into whether wi-fi or ba lo internet kamel
ya la twen ai yen chal wele ya lui pros ai la twen ai
ayen we chuke glech we koy dai 56 people around and go yig red page koy garang ten koy dai background ko yidi al mem we chuke mouth chul chaw be chul ci ben le taban pi taw tin ten pi western well che easy koy kok tak dang lu gi sa ko lo ko chak biting le and we are really very busy here lakin kerbai ko bi ko dila di ko ja ben bi ben do che part of that ka lo ro bai yong nia bu ke kang ben well bi ka won yu ting man taw ting enough so topic with last week in ring pin non chiwo bela mod nyin fi national MP long de juba we mit padang to khortum wala junub wala eastern africa I mean east africa وتشغل الرانين ورك جكن طبعا هذه كرسي تشغل جنبين في الدستور في كرسي كدرو كرسي كاجي agogo rogol men 210 wan lo yen kran wan twen chi chin we ka konte ke ten ke barbia anin wan jaka be du ten state ka yen chakting ke chira loy fa yen awure ka buku yen le Daniel aran che ben awure ko ne petition yen jemotin abin yodu we fi karang fi screen awure ko yen chi ko padang got petition kan abu ko yen baden fa yen kan yen chuo baby wo chi ka ren ni ret ko na chuo ren ni man fi federal government el kan ci ben state kan we nyin kembe nyafet I believe abu ben ko yen ko wan je wu ka kan ko wel ku wo ga la wo ci be manin mi da kan ka a ce ko je tek ku ci tek ko je cham ko bas ay ko je tek a cin ga je ku min talaro tamanin lahat 2015 bita kun ko cin ga chuktin ki chigloy wala development wala shinu all in all de mashakil bas fa again kursi ka ke dro wone kursi ke dro ci yiga aprna alaban ayo ko ci bay yigro ko dinga ga ci ka ken taw ko gup badal de ka te ka counties go yo wo de nim counties ke one state ke ga ci kala jot ban kursi ke di ci ka te ke wer ke jikan taban ke ge de nim four county ci man wo ga fa kena yo ko ne topic ku ako buk cho di chan bila ko nim a chan ken we wet bai we wet we to we ti tin ulak la pol ene tri ga ka ka jalga wa chi nyin be pol ne nyin ken bi ga chulo nom ga yin man wan chi ko nom 210 be ga nom man tin tay de le ko ja bod ba din ma bi ko ja bod bi ko yen ke le ko ro nyin nga sa kurti bita da SPLM fi dakal juba wona general secretary mo nywe ni jel canada da ngi ko ni chol boslam fa kallo yurit fi SPLM house da du kinim rantin within the national alebela bani state level ga wan mo nywe ke be ko panke in head of the SPLM secretariat fi apurnal fa ke ka kirka a ci wer kan ke taw siyasi ne shi ka wurek ben got wurek inde petition ring kan lel ge wo ko ci ka dalum fa yana wurek kan yana jo jam ko wa chan bu ko highlight ko pinaping ko taw tamay ku a ci ko complaining da lot de ga SPLM ku ji chairman of the party Salfakir e lazim bi kan bi lu review 5 seat ka de ci galatin ako bi ke di review na ko bu rir ke state nam tok ka ke weren wara ko bi ga nyon nyin big te ko otherwise wo bijal we need our own administration because we are not going to deal with that kind of uh, uh, in imbalance or misappropriated with how to sharing the things. Again, I speak in language, I mean in Dinka. For those who are not listening Dinka, you see the topic is a petition. Petition against unfair reconstituted TNLA, which is a transitional national legislation assembly for Afrinal. 7 MP are not enough to yeah. These are the more detail we will read it in a written petition letter. All in all, we the 4 county of Jiang Fadang, there were unfairness by the 4 county of Nuer Jekanjis, not all Nuer, the politician in Juba. There were 7 seat county given to president. I believe each state has been given certain number. I don't know, but in specifically for the Afrinal, there were 7 seats that percentage given to president that can appoint people. Within that 7 seat, our brothers in the state with us, they took 5 and they give 2 to the other 4 of Shuluk, and then the 4 county of the Jiang Padang, nothing has been given to them. They take this to themselves, and these are those seats are not come through the counties. They were given to people. So up to the state to come and distribute them. But because they are there, the guy called Duaslem, Lambot is there in Secretariat. He divided those seats up with his own, not even all Jekany, I believe. Majority of seats went to those of Gajok. One went to Kunpoj, who was not a member of member of the parliament. The other seat went to Boslem himself. Another seat went to James Host, which both of them they were not MP before. So they take this 7 seat and divide to themselves. And this is one of the reasons you see Jiang Padang has been outspoken that we need our own administration, because these people, they are not new to us. We know them from the beginning, during DK, 30 years, and then later, when we become independent, we give seat to them again as a governors from the Jikanyis, which is Kunpoj up to 215, up to 2015. So if you see the timeline, they've been there from 83 up to 2015. You can do the math, it's almost 40 years. And we never see any good share, we never see any development. So if you see the
that way ngade karang ikro value.
we never see any development in the state, because they were been using state money in Khartoum to themselves. Nobody would benefit. And by that time, maybe with that period of the 30 years, maybe one Dinka one come one time. He never been there, he was kicked out. But all this time from the 30 years, there were 7 governors. Some even repeat themselves to twice. Person like Galwak Deng.
Yeah.
So these are the scenario we are in right now. So there was a petition written last week based on what we see after the announcement of the MP. We find out that the all 7 seats has been taken by this Jakan Nuer politician, specifically people of Nasser, not even Gajak. If there are 1 seat given to Gajak, maybe. And Jama, those people, we are the same 4 county like them. The population, we can talk about it, but if you talk about the population of Upper Nile that has been counted during the NPC under the regime of Bashir, the governor of the state was Nuerawi, which was Galwak Deng. So that if you see the census of that 2008, it was really just a makeup, and there is a conspiracy, and there is because if you see the population in Nasir was projected about 200,000, and Malakal, which was populated by the entire Upper Nile with all 5 tribes, with Arab who were in, with everybody who were there, never even reached 150,000. Malakal itself was like 115,000 with all 5 tribes who were in, including Arab. So where did Nasir get to 200,000? This is really, really a thing that we don't want to talk about it, because these people, they were in the system for almost 40 years. So they will continue doing that. And we are calling for those politicians. If we need to be in one state, we need to be fair. We need to divide the thing that the way everybody will be balanced, not a one side. Majority of us went to Bush because of that system in the old Sudan. Specifically, Jiang Fadang went to Bush to make sure that system is mental. And thank God we made it. We got a country, and we have to be fair and balanced if we want to be in one state. And remember, that's what I say in March last time, when they were attacked constantly by the Nuer Jekany against the Jiang Padang. They were attacked in January 1st, in January. and then they were attacked in February 1st. I did stay in my statement. If the politician of the Gajo cannot control their own population to come and attack people, do we need united Upper Nile or divided Upper Nile? Because we cannot deal with this. People who want to come and attack people, and I spoken out very clearly that beneficiary of united Upper Nile is you, the Nuer Jekany, nobody else. If the Upper Nile united, you are the beneficiary from 83 to 2015. Why would you allow your people to do violence against people? I say this word last time and I will still repeat it. Now look, when we came to the United Upper Nile, exactly what I say last time is in place. Now they are the beneficiary of this United Upper Nile. They took 5 seats, Jama. And that's what we were saying. For these are the complaining of Jiang Fadang, and we will keep giving message to the government of South Sudan and the SPLM particularly, because we are talking up the SPLM IG, not the SPLM IO, because 90% of us in that state of Upper Nile were the SPLM IG supporters. And the headquarters of the government of South Sudan, current government of Salva Kiir, the powerhouse was this 4 county of Jiang during the 2013 until 2018 war. We were the only obstacle to that rebellion because we don't believe in that rebellion, that killing people based on tribe. That's why we were defending government. So our complaining went to the government, and we are repeating this: government need to take action if we want to see a united Upper Nile. Because our brothers, they need to be told it is not during Galwak Deng, it is not during Bashir, it is not during Kunfoj. We are in a new era where things have to be equal if we want to stay in one state. Otherwise, we will break away like any other administrative, being ruling administrative, being Pivor administrative, which is Buma, or being a BA administrative, because as such, a misdistribution or it is not going to unite us. These are the complaining today and was raised last week, so we are going to read that one to you so you can be with us in knowing what we are talking about it. So Daniel, you can put that one up there. I don't know if it will be bigger for me here to read or not.
Okay. Now, if you cannot see there, let me know, and I will go back there and
All right, yeah, make it bigger a little bit.
abelo karang tar
Oh,
be
yeah, all right,
eh,
all right,
an-
all right, all right,
be lo extended already belo
all right.
jambat.
Yeah, Paul, yeah, near the Nyalamat, Lopin Malam.
Mm.
All right, this is the letter, the petition that written. It say to H.L. General Salva Kiir
Eh,
Mayadit, President of Republic of South Sudan, Chairman of Sudan People Liberation Movement.
a repetition.
Repetition or petition, just is that one is a repetition, unfair, reconstituted TNLA, which is Transitional National Legislative Assembly for Upper Nile constituency. Your Excellency, we, the members of Sudan People Liberation Movement, SPLM, representing 4 counties of Dinka Padang of Upper Nile State, address this petition to your office, to your esteemed office, as an SPLM chairman. In regard to this inequality, Daniel,
Im-
bakaj malanga.
Equality and imbalance, yeah. Let me see it and be really extended one more time.
All right, yep. Akwe chibe, I kalas kide kwe shia. It's good. We were where inequality. Go down a little bit, roll it down. Okay, yeah, leave it. I see it now.
Mm.
Imbalance of the members' representation into the SPLM, the constituted Transitional Legislative Assembly, RTNLA, of the Republic of South Sudan. Your Excellency, we, the members of the four county of Dinka Padang in Upper Nile, raise this concern of dismay for the acts of SPLM person of Honorable Peter Lambos. It is the act of the SPLM Peter Lambos, who is an SPLM secretariat within the Juba, who mislead the SPLM secretariat and direct the appointment of the SPLM members from his own home area of Jikeng to the RTNLA, and neglecting the other counties. Take, for example, the Nuer 4 counties got 17 members to the RTNL, while the Dinka 4 county get only 7 members to the RTLS, A, in which the county Akoka is nil, where there is a ratio here. Your Excellency, we feel cheated and prejudice in distribution of the 7 members appointees of the president in 1 seat of the NCP held by Honorable Fawa Chue, who was left out from the reconstituted RTNLA. While these seats were considered and the others 10 states as a part of the SPLM into the RTNLA. A column, 7 seats appointees of the president were misappropriated, which create the imbalance. 5 seats were taken by Jeken Nuer, and Shuluk got share 2 of 2 seats, and B constituency share between Baliad and Akoka and Wulang should be reconstituted. Appoint MP representative of the Baliad and Akoka County. C, the seat of the honor power,
Padawa.
yeah, power of sorry guys, trading the Maravitat trading yol, who was MP from the NPC and joined the SPLM, should be reconsidered like in others state in the South Sudan. We understand the leaders of the SPLM in 4 counties appeal to your esteemed office to review an affirmation for the interest of the SPLM in the post-coming next general election. That the appointees or appointment of the SPLM members in the Eastern Nuer should be reviewed, or alternative appropriate ratio in the RTNLA. A council of state should have a fair representation. Can you move it up?
Mm.
Okay, yeah. Go down a little bit. Go down a little bit. Okay.
Ena badaya kana ke last kana ke
The
ena
last one. Okay,
page one kana ke
representative.
page
That's last.
two.
Here are the name of the honorables or those who wrote the petition. Republic of South Sudan Waye, Aprenal State Waye, signed by Honorable Ding Akwe Kak, number two, Bol Agwer Doc, number three, Mr. Munjok Kong Munjok, number four, Maduk Dao Kwach, number five, Honorable Ding Chan Ayul, number six, Honorable Abram Bangit, number seven, Santino Nwankur Ben, number eight, Padit Kak Yuech, number nine, Ador Achil Ador, number 10, Peter McQuay R. Uh, Honorable Nuna Kuma, Acting Secretary, SPLM, Honorable um, Turkeo Manami, and Presidential Advisor, and for the National Transitional Committee, and the letter carrying, like we used to say, we carrying to this group. So these are the group mentioned in the letter, which I will not spend. We will go to the method. Daniel, you can put it up. Yeah, it stopped there. Go down a little bit. Okay, yep. Now this what is written there, and they break it down. You can make it close to your phone or your computer. You can see, what we are talking about is being explained, or it's been breaking down into the columns in the column here. You see the first one is the parties. You see number one, the SPLM party, which is mean the SPLM IG. SPLM party had 33. SPLM party had 33 members from Afrinal state to the national government. Within that 33, you're going to see the column how they divided them. 33 MP, 3 MP Maban County got 3. The Dinka counties, because Maban County they count as one, but here in the column the Dinka counties, which are 4, they got 7. Shilluk counties, which are 4, they get 5 we're talking from the SPLMIG. The Nuer counties, which are 4 also, they get 17 county. Then we will have one county called Koma. Koma get 1. Jama, if you look for the number of 33, the 4 county from Nuer get 17. Shilluk get 5. The Dinka county, 4 of them get 7. Maban County, even 1 county, got 3, which is better than the 4 county getting 7. If you divide this 7 seat into the 4 county, maybe it will be each, and then the other will get 2. These are the main problem that the petition is written. There is a cheating and making the Nuer County making up the 5 seat from the president that's supposed to be divided into the other counties. They took 5 of them. That is the complaining that we are talking about it. That this is not fair if we want one state. Yang nang chin number lui drop Daniel ngono. Daniel. Daniel.
Hello.
Are
Yeah.
you there?
I in piang I and I should ba lui mute da.
Oh, and a number I think lui drop down of which I will chin area ko jung yun.
Yeah. No,
When a viewer.
I see what they lie internet. Let me see. Yeah.
Okay. So these are the main focus of tonight. The message is going to the president, Nuna Kumba, Peter Lam himself, who is a secretariat, and Turkel. This letter written going to this specific office of president and office of the SPLM. We need this to be resolved as soon as possible, to be reviewed. There is no way that we could stay in a state where a small group of people want to cheat others. That's not going to be happen. So that is the complaining. If you see the other party, Jama, too, because we know, and I say last time, some other tribe in Upper Nile, they are using rebellion as a tool to get into position or to get a number, to become a general or to become what MP. And that's what exactly, Daniel Karangachijal. Okay. And now, if you look the SPLM, the other party, the SPLM-IO, SPLM-IO give the state of Upper Nile 20. So if you come to the counties, there are counties like our county, majority of us did not join the IO. So if you see later here, you will still get these two tribes, they have number because they were spread every party. The SPLM-IO get 20 seats into the national parliament. So Maban get one MP. The entire 4 county of the Dinga, there were 3 MP on the part of the SPLM. And then on the Shilluk side, the SPLM-IO, they get 5. You come to Nuer in the SPLM-IO, they get 11. And then Koma get 0. Again, you come to the other political party called SOA. There were 8 seats, 8 members of the parliament given to the state of Upper Nile. Maban is 0. I think they don't have nobody in the SOA. The 4 county of the Dinka is 0. They don't have nobody join the SOA, which we don't blame the SOA because we never decide to join them. 4, Shiluk got 4 in SOA, got 4 MP. Nuer got 4 in SOA. We know that because the SOA, majority of them are Nuer there too, because these were the people who formed, if you look, the Peter Gadet party, Changson Leo, and then the brother of governor of Unity State, something Mointwil, a part of SOA, and the list can go on. So they get the Nuer still get 4. The 4 counties of Nuer get 4 in SOA. There is another party called NA. Those party, there are only 2 seats. Those 2 seats, Shilluk counties. When I say counties, I mean like 4 of them, or more than 1. Shilluk counties, they get
1.
They get 1. Nuer County, they still get 1 in that party called NA. You come to the SPLM DC, Bitalama called Zaman. The SPLM DC has got 4 seats.
SPLM detainees.
No, SPLM
DC.
DC.
DC, okay. SPLM DC, yeah.
The SPLM DC got 4 seats. They have 4 seat members of the parliament given to the state of Upper Nile. So Maban is 0. The 4 county of the Dinka is 0. The 4 county of Shuluk, they got 3 seats because we know that the SPLM DC is dominated by Shuluk. So they got all these 3 seats.
Give Noor one.
And then the Nuer County get once. Maybe one of them was a member of that party. You go to the OPP, was only 1. OPP was only 1, and that also Shiluk appeared to get 1 there, 1 seat. And then you go to the SPLM detainees or FDs. They have only 1 seat given to state of Upper Nile. So that 1 seat also still go to Shiluk. And if you do the total map of the entire, those parties, there were 69 MP. 69, you come to the, according to the counties within, if you combine the whole party, Maban counties get 4. The Dinka, 4 county of the Dinka, entire, with all these parties, they only get 10 seats. Shuluk with all these, within 69, they get 20 seats. The Nuer counties, they get 34. The Koma get 1. So, Ya Junubin, this is what we were complaining. And that's what the Jiang Padang have been saying. We will be better off if we are going to be given our own administration. Daniel Alabajanyai. Because our brothers of ours, they are not good distributing people. I mean, distributing the things in a balanced way. So if you look now, and that's what I say last time, some tribe in Afrinal are using rebellion as a tool or a vehicle to get into the power, whether in the state or national level. And that's what exactly happened. You see, they came from the SPLM IO, from the SPLM IG, from the SOA, from whatever. They end up making up to 30-something seats. And now our complaining that were seats given to president as a percentage, this seat should be revised or reviewed, and they have to be divided equally into those counties. That's what the complaining of petition. This need to be reviewed as soon as possible if we need one Afrinal united. Otherwise, we need our own administration. Enough is enough. We deal with them from 83 during DK up to 2015 of Kunfot Yajama. Almost maybe 10 were governing that time. Because you know that time when you are Dinga in Alanilinak, Jalaba does not recognize you because you are not going to do their mission in paper. And we know that Jamadil, they were with Jalaba. And that's where Jalaba used to use the degree upon those who were associated to Anyanya too. And that is where we were being cheated. And that's why we are still up to today that if that fairness that is still not there, there is no need. On top of that, the violence is still there because we did not see a development for the last 30 years or 40 years. From 83 to 205 was 21 years, and from the 205 to 2015 was another 10 years. So almost 40 years, the son of Jekainwe were the governors of Upper Nile. If there is no development in Upper Nile, we blame them because they mismanage the money of the Upper Nile, use them as their own, that benefit them. And that's why we are fearing up to today, these people, they are not there for development. If they were for development, there should be a good road from Malakal to Nasser, and from Nasser to Joko, from Joko to Maiwut. But none of them, never. And within those governors, some of them are still alive as we speak today. Those who were under the NIF, National Front, Islamic National Front, or NPC, they never do development. They eat all this money. We're going to one tribe, and then the second tribe were Shiluk. These were the beneficiaries of the old Afrinal. Even the new Afrinal, when we became, during referendum, we still elected Nuer, Kunpoj, up to 2015. From 2011 up to 2015, 4 years, we never see development get by Kunpoj, the son of Jekany. So it's the same history are repeating itself in Afrinal. And that's why we, the 4 county of the Jiang Padang in Afrinal, we are saying enough is enough. These people, they are not fair. Or they are not even good to share a state with them because they don't see the mistake they make yesterday or last year. And they don't want to correct it. If they see it, they don't want even to correct it. So I will stop here. Brother Biel is here and Daniel is here. You guys can add more. So that's the complaining of Jiang Padang from back home to here to do an awareness and sending message to the SPLM office that there is a, oh my God. All right. Are you listening to me, right?
Yeah.
All right. I give floor to you guys. I will stop here. Thank you.
Okay. In Chale already being Ben Wilson and then Aviel, welcome. Ade karang ade katau painting a video about a wedding with brother Moinro and sister Amo. Ye video did go ye video thing we baloi play ko miran baloi thank you also, and then we move to our topic. Yene kene ka baloi ko abiel into topic jumping already. Yene topic you're gonna call on jam, or if there is any more you can add it to it. Lakini en ke ka ba ti ke jeng padang en a petition later then yen chi god ken ja kui kwa ngi cho go le chi ko le ya wala 7 MPs ke to ki na pa ya wala ngor ki we to under investigation constitution yen chiro lo ya taksim chiro lo pa ke ka ke jam wo ke wo ke nim command when bu wo gen lo bi wo we lo talimat jan bakla tie what is best for you guy. We say homework e kudun with young padang to find to it, lakin the job here is for us. Book lo announce it out ku bi wok jam tino book young dang ben tie ke lo rot ki ke lo rot ki, lakin the most homework e kudun pa we ku ke tie 7 seat ka ngor ki ga to the same 7 seat wala de change ro lo. If there is no change also, Bungor Lui to announce it also, there should be the change. Banya BL, I don't know, can ever Lui play na bako la twing mandira go lano just a short time and then you can go. I think you know what go on about brother. My ro bog Martini and one
Ay
of
yok
our
te lo ben le ta go jat tok ina do ye ja loy chan chi ko confused ba chu to jam na le bi ja play
the brother Chiben quite yell. I think he will come back again later on. But yeah, my another announcement also. Benya Biel Balatwe.
Yana piat Ben Wilson Lwal ku jama tek tek wek chakek mot and the viewers of Jing Padang Media I wek chakek mot wadi. I will be speaking in English because this is a topic that need to reach to the SPLM leaders in Juba and also to the President of the Republic of South Sudan, President Kir Mayadit, and who is the chairman of the SPLM. We did not wrote the petition directed to him as the president of the country, but the petition was addressed to him because he is the chairman of the SPLM party, and forwarded to the SG of the party because the complaint, the petition was written by the SPLM members from Jing Padang counties in Upper Nile State. We first of all, the viewers, I greet all of you in the name of Jing Padang-Media. It is good that you interact with us. For those who have come and listened to what we are discussing this evening in Juba is almost late night. Those who are wherever you are, I greet all of you.
It's still 10. I think they are still awake.
Yeah, 10 to
Or
maybe
11
11,
now.
yes. So, please, I'm also appealing to all Jing Padang members, subscribe to Jing Padang YouTube. It's very important that we have whatever you are discussing here will be heard YouTube live. Subscribe to that channel, like our page. This is the community of Jing Padang. I know that we have people in Juba that had access to the internet, people in Malakal, in Baliet, in Akoga, in Malut, in Rang, in Greater PG, as well as in Ruweng administrative area, and also in Abia administrative area. So, like Jiang Padang media page, this appeal from the Jiang Padang leadership in diaspora. We created that YouTube so that we will be able to
Yeah.
share, whatever we are discussing. And if you have anything that Jiang Padang need to address, we'll be ready to come and share with our viewers worldwide, wherever they are. And also Jiang Padang in Australia, in America, please make sure that you also subscribe to Jiang Padang Media YouTube page. Before the topic we discussed last week, as soon as the parliament was reconstituted based on the RCS, we came to learn that the distribution within the SPLM party itself is a concern, and we feel that we have been underrepresented within the SPLM. And the question that we always ask is that how did SPLM actually divide these 33 members among the counties in Upper Nile State? What was the ratio that was used to appoint the members of parliament? And that was the concern, because our petition is not directed to other political parties within the RSS, but it's directed to the SPLM party, because the members of SPLM purpose, SPLM party within the Upper Nile State, coming from these four counties of Jeng, Padang, and Upper Nile State, have raised this concern to the leadership of the SPLM, so that they can revisit how they divided that seat. And that is the core issue of our discussion this evening, as we did last time. We continue to ask the leadership that it's be better for you to revisit the division of this seat based on the SPLM members in those counties. SPLM as a party is being supported by 99.9% of Jeng Padang counties. Maybe you have only 1% that are not supporting, but I believe that 99.9% is standing with the SPLM. They stood with the current government under the leadership of the SPLM. The SPLM-led government by President Kiir. We stood beside him. We stood with them during the hardest time, and also during the struggle movement. We have people that have actually contributed to the liberation of the movement from the youngest age. Many of the SPLM, especially the inception of the movement, we have a lot of thousands of Jiang Padang students that went and actually be part and parcel of the formation of the SPLM. And most of them were trained as a Jamus battalions, Timsa, Miyarba, Mia Hamsa. These are the people that took the issue of our country into the heart. They have given the blood, they have given the sweat, they have given their life for the liberation of the country. And they believe in the ideal of the SPLM as a party, to make sure that no marginalization that should be seen within the party. But the appointment alone, give us that there are few within the SPLM party that actually are misusing the principle in which the SPLM stood for, the principle in which the SPLM took up arm and went to bush for, the principle that we have liberated that country and to make sure that we are all treated equally, we are all represented equally, based on the party that we stood. So how did the SPLM actually and they presented some of the counties within the SPLM, within the Upper Nile State, and have given a big share to other counties, the four counties from eastern Nuer. I mean those of Nasser, Wulang, Maiwut, and Longachuk. They have taken a big share of the SPLM representative members of parliament. And we continue to ask the leadership of the SPLM, how did that come about? What was the criteria that you guys were used to give 17 members of parliament to those four counties out of 33, which is the share of 51%? This is alone is unacceptable within the SPLM party. You cannot turn your back to the people that stood with SPLM, people that stood with the leadership of the SPLM-led government, and we are appealing to the Secretary General of the SPLM to listen to this petition. We'll continue to talk about it because we feel that 7 members of parliament are not enough for Jing Padang counties, and we need to be represented in a good number of the parliament. So this is unfair division of the seat. Was unfair, and I know those who spearhead this division, they divided among the counties, especially people like Lambot, who the secretary, one of the secretariat within the SPLM, people like former governor of Upper Nile State, Simon Punpoch, and the member, and those like James Odmai. These are the people that actually, have taken the big chair and divided to the members, to be coherent within the SPLM. And we feel that we, the members of the SPLM in our counties, we are being underrepresented, and this is not enough for us. So we are appealing to the leadership, especially the chairman of the party and the SG, to look into this matter and give us the proper chair, the proper number of members of parliament, because this is, let us not marginalize. Marginalization within the party cannot be acceptable, because SPLM did not pick up arms, did not go to Bush, did not liberate South Sudan to marginalize other counties, to marginalize other, especially in Upper Nile State. And this is the appeal here, because we have not seen, it's not that Young Padang could have not actually rebel and support the other party that took up arms against the government of South Sudan. What we feel that the issue that is within the country of South Sudan cannot be resolved through the armed rebellion. We feel that the only way that the people of South Sudan could be given a chance is through a democratic process. That what the SPLM.
Benyabiel,
Mm,
Daniel, the crank to watch ten thing that number we uploaded the picture to watch ten. Go ahead.
So this is why we continue to talk about this issue, because misrepresentation within the SPLM and represented within the SPLM was actually, it was done by those who have favored the county, and they need to the SPLM leadership, especially the SG, need to look into this matter seriously. It's not something that we can just lay it back and let it go without actually listening to us. I know that the RCS is what we stood for. The implementation of peace agreement is what we stood for. Whether the parliament is largest or small, it was brought about because of the peace agreement, and we therefore require that we need to have the same share of the cake as members of parliament when it comes to that 17 seat. There has to be a way that was used to distribute that members of parliament. The other thing that, because if we continue to be marginalized within the Upper Nile state, and then there should be no, lay back and say, okay, nothing can be better than asking for self-administrative area. And this is the core issue that we've been having all this time, that there are so many things that went wrong within the Upper Nile state. One community continue to be either attacked, continue to be, marginalized, continue not to be heard, and if we continue to feel that way, then we are feeling to the leadership of the country that the only option that the people of Jiang Padang could ask for is to be given a self-administrative area so that they can come actually and distribute the part of the government equally without any people that are being marginalized. This is why we are here at Jiang Padang, social media activists, leadership of Jiang Padang in diaspora. We are speaking because our people in Juba have taken the lead of written that petition. And that petition, it is what actually we stood for. We're supporting that petition. We are backing our leadership, those who have actually written that petition, the members within the SPLM party that have written that petition, because we, sitting here, we are members of SPLM here in diaspora. We participated in a lot of activity that SPLM have carried out here before the independence of South Sudan, even during the struggle as well. So when we see such thing that our people are being underrepresented, then we'll speak about it, because this social media was meant, to be the voice of our people, to be the voice of the Jiang Padang here in diaspora as well as in South Sudan. And one thing that I want to know, that I know that President Kiir actually do have people that are watching, social media, and also reading the newspapers as well. A few days ago, I heard President Kiir bringing that a cartoon, comment into the speech. That show that is actually a person that is interested to know what is going on within, South Sudan, and they have taken, I knew that is interested to know, to hear from other people as well, especially when it comes to the members of SPLM party. So my appeal to the leadership of the SPLM in Juba, the secretariat as well, is that you should look into this petition of Jiang Padang, members of parliament. You should look into the subject of the petition and try to to engage them. There'll be a time when actually people will go to vote, and SPLM that we stood for, we cannot turn our back to them, to the SPLM party, but we need to be presented in a good faith. We need to be presented equally, and that's why we are here, to demonstrate that willingness that we stood with for the SPLM. We stood by them. We are supporting them. We are supporting the ideologies in which the SPLM took up arm for, and what President Kiir have said in that when the Sudan peace talk in Juba, when they opening that peace talk, he commented about stopping the war and people should focus on development. Yes, we share the same thought that it's time for people of South Sudan to lay down the arms and to focus on the development, because our people have suffered enough. But let us also let the SPLM be held, that if we see something that is being misused, I know that is not the way that the seat was divided within the SPLM in Upper Nile State, was purposely done by the people that have no good interest to present the SPLM in a good faith. They want to use that opportunity, to stand with their community instead of standing with the principle of the SPLM in which they took up arm for. I'm not going to speak that much in that distribution. I'm not going to comment on other political parties, whether we have nothing, because I cannot talk the share of other political party, whether it's SPLM IO, whether it's political detainees, or the sour and I cannot talk about it because we have no, we did not stood, we did not support them, because these are the people that actually took up arms for against the Republic of South Sudan, and our people did not support that ideologies of taking people back to war, of taking South Sudan to war. So I'm very optimistic that the SPLM leadership will look into this matter. I'm very optimistic that the SPLM leadership will look into this petition and try to do something about it. Do something about it that will feel that the people of Jeng Padang are being recognized by the SPLM. We feel that the Jeng Padang counties are being presented by the members of SPLM in a good faith. Let call those people that actually, divide the seat within Upper Nile State. I'm just talking about the Upper Nile as a state in which some counties got 51% members of parliament. This is alone is questionable. I'm not going to talk about other communities, but I will talk because I present people of Jeng Padang here in Canada, and also as Ben Wilson Wall spoke earlier, this is why we are coming live, and this is why we say that if this could happen within the national representation, what will be the impact of it within the state, presentation when the members of parliament actually appointed within Upper Nile State. So we don't need the same scenario to repeat itself within the Upper Nile State. We need to be represented, all the counties of Upper Nile State need to be presented, especially the 55% of the SPLM share of the government, whether it's national and also in the state level, need to be distributed so that no one could feel to be left behind. No one should feel that they were underrepresented within the SPLM. This is what I can say. And this petition is directed to the chairman of the SPLM party, also to the deputy governor of Upper Nile State, who is the chairperson of the SPLM in Upper Nile State. While you are in Juba, I think we should get that opportunity to meet with the SPLM leadership in Juba and address this matter. This could go to Deputy Governor James Thurman Boone, that while you are in Juba, I think this petition need to be looked at it, and you could even let those members of the SPLM caucus in that coming from Jeng Padang counties should have a meeting with the leadership of the SPLM secretariat, especially the SG of the SPLM party, so that they can meet face to face and let the issue be heard. And that's why we are coming on live, so that this is the mean now that people of South Sudan are engaged. We have earlier over 100 people, and those will continue to watch it, to listen to it. We did not come here to criticize the SPLM, but we came here to make sure that we are being presented in a good faith within the Upper Nile State, whether nationally or in the state level as well. This is what I'm not going to talk that much. Ben Wilson, I think we have talked last week, and this is the second week now we brought that issue up again. As soon as we continue not to know what was the outcome of it, we'll continue to talk about it.
All right.
This is the same issue here in diaspora, to diaspora leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Bill. We say before will be 1 hour and 30 minutes, so it will be good to be here. So we left with the 20 minute. We have some announcement, and then after that we can come into the conclusion. Daniel, if you are there, we have one death that we are going to announce, and then the other part is the happiness, the video clip of the marriage going on in Juba, those of our brother and sister. So a quick book on no karan tingin jal ku book na happiness jalo bay chen mu. Daniel.
Yeah, level.
Daniel, lawyer unmute.
Ai ki Lulia be.
Yeah, frozen. There's no movement.
And there's no problem internet.
Now I can make. oh kitem
Ato go blakin karang jura is gonna give
almem
me
yinti ni pro de che mishkila.
Yeah.
yeah. Pa
Okay, you got
pa
pro.
alwel dia biel in jotok de alwel le bukarang tuitao de Wilson.
Abia la chito kaya lwela liyo 20 minutes chidong kage before binaran bijal. Abu
Mm,
announcement ranan chinyin jal book loy ku book video tiek book jabe. After that book congratulation ku loy ku condolence message, and then we go back to conclude the show.
okay.
Ka yin no de picture de ran ken ba luita lik tin mat ku bi karang den bu kwen out.
And ran can yeah.
Ai ya jama, this is one of our brother. He's a veteran of the SPLA. These are the first group of Jamus Bitawao. His name is Kola Wanichan. He just passed away a week ago. And these are the members of the SPLM who fought the war. Uh, and they died with, they did not benefit of those, what they were spent all this year. When you talk about Jamus and Miarba, Padang have a lot of them because most of them, Jamus and Miarba, rebel from the Afrinal, especially Tiger was himself, Jamus. A lot of them were Talaba, and some of them were come from the villages. Miarba Mia Hamsa Dekana Sakir Gudam. So he's one of the Jamus, Bitawao. Krang Chilibale and Yalba written and when it Nabira Queen, when you got it. Okay, yeah. Wake up Barumalam.
Icha tao karang icha loy ke picture
Okay,
achan we chat
okay,
achiro
no,
de
no,
loy copy.
I teach man, I teach yeah.
Mm.
So I thank the leadership of Jiang Padang in Juba for writing this message, especially uh, Brother William Sunday uh, Tor is the one who wrote this condolence message on behalf of Jiang Padang, and that's how we got it. We don't have a biography yet because thing just happened a week ago from Khartoum, and then so this is what he written there. Condolence message. The Padang Community Union land with a sorrow that the late Awanichan Deng Lual has passed on in Khartoum on Saturday, May 22nd, 2021. It was laid to rest in peace his homeland in Akoka County on 25th of this month. The late Awan Chan had joined the SPLM. They put it 84, Lakina 83. He went there in 1983 and was from Jamus Wow Battalion. The Padang Community Union sincerely would like to pay its heartfelt condolences to the family of the late Awan Chan Deng, entire community of Dongjol, Padang, and the people of South Sudan. Untimely death the late the late Awan Chan Deng is not the greater loss. The family, but to Padang and South Sudan at large. When we are missing the hero and heroine who's made it possible to make the independence of South Sudan a reality. May God Almighty comfort the family and the entire Akoka community. In Padang people, may God Almighty rest his righteousness soul in eternal life. I have fought a good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept that faith. Uh, the Bible that reference those words are Timothy 2:4-1, 5. Information Secretary, Padang Community Union. If you can make it up, I don't know. But the name is there. William Sunday is the one who wrote this. I give you thanks, Brother William, for the information we got. And again, here in diaspora, as Padang, we also pass our condolences to the family of the deceased. I know the guy personally. We are related to him. I am related to him. I know him. We were in Ethiopia together. He went back. I think he fought more than 20 battles, this guy. I believe there are a couple of battles that I know he went in. But again, may God rest his soul in peace. He's from Makoka, with Jiang Padang, Rana section with a Dongjol, Rani Chola Wanichan, Rani Jamus, a general, by the way. His title is General, General Awanichan. Fa ene kana ene ki ko bug la week ku ja la week long ki family den bag long cake wala bag long family de na mit ke ku ting de ku ma ta ken dang da la week we to America ten ade nam man tin tawten ani chol deng chan ato America ten lakin wonti ne che yok to tawontin ke we wer wan rer polorda wala na deran ni jen lele che ben midwest ten deng chan is brother to Abram Chol Chan. Lebak ni we wer wan to polor daran kana ko gu choka chan bi ye kabar in chiben bi ping. Bana deran ni jin please albay and yup ko baya gam contact de. I really to somewhere either Minnesota or North Dakota somewhere here in the United States. By any kind of level we were kan to US were Padang in generally. Especially there were some of were kan ruin rare cake one fi Florida. Angi ki rani chol karang fa yen ken ne ki da lewe ko bu ko jiten banya biya ba gam common can be galwel and then we will go to the picture that here. Go ahead banya biya unmute yourself.
BL aero loy mute. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kiteng bakon wel daban and family da wani chan bakon dongnam bakon mot balwele no daban kafara alaikum. No, my condolences to your family. Family da wani chan kujan man wone ben whistle wel tene le yok daban bi ko jam yen. Ko chiri wani chan daban ke ko jona ke wel daban ke ko je difata jamos. These are the actually founders of the SPLA. Ana jile ke yatolaba nigi harka نجر كيك طبعا نجر كيك إنه موضوع بتاع جنوب السودان وان كويكا تشين في الجنوب go جنوب بدا حرية go جنوب go حرارو. They went at a young age. They were very youth when they went. I believe most of them they were in their 20th, 20, 21, 22, and they spent half of the age, their life in a struggle for the people of South Sudan. And what I can say is that they have actually fought a good fight. They were lucky enough to witness the independence of South Sudan, because when they went to Bush, none of them expect to leave and see the independence of South Sudan. But the few members of Jamus battalions, including myself, I lost one of my brothers from Jamus, a lot of cousins that have died from Jamus, and also Miarba, Mia Hamza Timsa, de Kajuto, Moldova, Junu Sudan, I can get independent at Junuba can get you up. But Kachira one chant about a Kachin Gamati, Chito, Junuba, $1 dollar. But the painful part of it is that they were not recognized by the government of South Sudan. Uh, Most of them today, the veteran of the SPLM, SPLA, are roaming the city of Juba, roaming the city of Malakal, Kogo, Baliet, Rang. I'm talking about Jiang Padang counties, Ruang State, including the few generals that have passed away, within the last few months. Those are people that also shed the blood. Most of them were wounded. Most of them continue to carry the bullet of the struggle and which they fought for. But today, the family of the widows, the orphan, the kids, uh, our movement, the SPLA, SPLM, have forgotten them. This is why President Kiir was talking about the development of the country. Because it's very important that if you focus on the development, then you could have a chance to look into those orphans and the widows of movement struggle. And those who are continuing that are alive today, they have to be recognized by the SPLM party. They have to be given a recognition that they stood for, that they struggle. And people like President Salva Kiir Mayardit, the living pound of the SPLM, SPLA, I don't believe he has forgotten those people, but he is occupied because of the war that we have in the country. There's a time that you should look into those widows and orphans of our heroes and heroes that were fought for the independence of South Sudan. And my appeal to the Red Army, that army, especially those of my age, those who went to Bush, they spent, they became a teenager while they were in a struggle. They have never actually enjoyed their childhood because they were rained on. They start to be more responsible at the young age. They construct from the house, they had from nothing. They were given responsibility at the young age. And now this is the time that we have to rise up and say that let us take what belongs to us. I'm not talking about rising up to carry arm against the government of South Sudan, but rising up to take the charge of leadership within the country. So that President Salva Kiir can know that the Judge Ahmed Hom can become a few Ajamano, you are the people of tomorrow. It is our turn for us to be given to take that, touch so that we can carry forward. And, the principle that the SPLM went to Bush for cannot be forgotten. Today, I myself that we are fighting the four that left the fight of ideologies. Those who are standing President Key today are those who actually were not part of the movement, but they have taken a golden opportunity. They have taken the golden opportunity to surround President Kiir. And President Kiir was talking that there are the people now working for me and doing something best for the country. And I believe that if the members of the SPLM Red Army that are actually given opportunity now, I know that some of them continue now to be in the leadership, try to show that you start to be responsible at the young age, and to recognize the contribution like the people of the late brother Wanichan that have actually passed on. He passed on, but not because, but he passed on and he left the family behind. That family should be cared for by the SPLM, SPLA. The SPLM should look into those widows. SPLM should look to those orphans. And it's time for the leadership of the SPLM to recognize the contribution of our fellow heroes that have actually stood up and witnessed the liberation of the independence of South Sudan. They died at the front, even though they died nothing they have, but they died as the front South Sudanese. They died because the quest that they took up arms for was realized in 2011. Even though we went back to war, this is our, self-war, but it's no longer a war of liberation like what we fought for the last 21 years. Wekpana wanichan magwopiot, wana jito ko ran ji baiting a jito zai ma chana lo taban ko ke jamus wana ke dang lam ko ye shabab a ci ga dirong a ci ko ci usan ci lwel you may have fought more than even 20 battle. You may have more than 7 bullet. You may have been wounded back and forth and continue to go back to the battle because they believe for the idea that SPLM stood for, idea that SPLM actually took up arms against the government of Sudan. Yen kenen ban pektin me magwe pyot ye kin wudun ama wan mudun kanto jato ko ba chitin chi Sudan chi ding cha dol ko Sudan will continue to be the nation among the nation. Will come out from this storm. There's a time for everything. What we are in today, a bit of time, but then we kachira one chan, we do recognize panden chal kogo, be that share beloy, didn't kayeno share can share that one chan. Below in a bit a bit pan a kim below pada kim kana kana one chan. You see, kakabana because do recognize. And it's time because leadership, a council commissioner into the town, tribe and bachak, one of the bashara, bachak, loy, share that one chan. Heroes because recognize according can be done for the next generation to come bilo kai ka taba na mit ga bai rana koga rana panel state rana padang a jitor junub Sudan biya dollar yan ko yeten wak ta le in ben wilson en kan ka balwel wada kai ko man nyin jal especially the heroes kai wan ga jamus kai ya khamsa kai ka ko be recognize within the counties because recognize they can be the actual cake akona yan ba den la jaltin fi North America kula Sudan bala den shara da wani shara bala shara kana shara da batal chalne the same thing apply to any sons of Jeng Padang Iran Ngok Iran Malut Iran Baliet Iran Rang other ruling state because they recognize kachil mayig michar wal nyin jal kachil Solomon chol michar as well kuja other heroes chin jal wan kaje by shifting a chiga chia dollar and ko jeten ben
aviat in chuglech en Daniel alwe la bijal wen ko karanga chi ge 30 minute yi na ba jalo gu le ko le de taw to man Daniel ben bi pet to bin to chin log in ki ye kran ki ye host Daniel for those who are confusing and ran chi gatran ni cho kuru munro akwai you know a bad topic. I don't know. You come just you just come new. I can get your bad topic. It ni ne jam tong jing. So ke candidate you can defend you ben year and you did na palpin. Ko kon krang ping di jam ko chin. Wo jam topic with misrepresentation. Lakini de kok churu tem. So we put them as an announcement. The kankero churu tem des kuji in kritik in loyrat. And then we will be back to the topic to conclude it. Ayen ki ka balwe la Daniel. I think
payen and one brother
awan
kur man ro ten ka wen cha loy understand cái đèn lùi le just one jam over topic the so ka we ke kana soro na chỉ là koi loy answer and lakin I believe go lùi cái topic the
that's
so
okay.
which is mean is that not a good topic ene ka we ke ne chit ko lui mean lakin I can criticize loy karang e favor ene loy chan no soro to one way and lakin I don't know pa yin brother Wilson Wijabiel karan ba ngor ka loy condolence and brother one day he Wilson invite and cho Sunday
No, chala one.
one
One.
okay ran luyen po den karang
In a
en
Sunday, in
Sunday.
a secretary, and got karang.
Okay the
In a chala
also
one chan. Chala.
okay also da one chan yes loy ke congratulate le one I mean condolence le one family de yen they might hear got then around the community of Padang community union leader they ran dan na jale this time bu ga lui notify ko ka le Padang na on yen chi ngi ten they might do it in later one chan ding lwal as fast way in Khartoum Saturday May 22nd char kana May 22nd ko le 29 so like a week ago. But yen kana yen ko woro loy kafara tong kawaji tong rapino kafara le family kafara le ran kin ran yen jinyen jal mor kai jinyen jal sana padang ugo loy kafara pa yin ran yen chuk tao tan ran one of kai kon ka padang kwa pia dino na de ran jinyen jal ka kafara la dam virane loy ban chan cái jol to kana ran ban wo cái này luôn đó kia wo giang ở Padang-Media cho nên đến Padang đang tàu somewhere trên có quỵt cái lối the other side of Padang area nhưng mà điều pengen trên ko apiat ba na cha live với ko lối cha tin ko lối share ago ran yen mấy cái tweet trên ago là chụp cái này cả và like we condolence message and my condolence to our chan ding lwal vinya le cái yen ati ku jara na bana yara yin ma tuen ka lana bato la chu mo nyin ku ja to bang e to ke ha chu mo nyin pa yin ke ne yin jaman yin ka ba le we padang chan bira nin ngi bel kamal condolence and chu loy brother one pa yin te ne topic ken bi wo ko jiten ko biel te bi yin Wilson
ai ku bro
ba we continue with the kenyang ping au otherwise na bag
So I
lui
just
off uh
achiran
kayan
taban ban Wilson biyan kana brother my roar kana tiangda na betray bugloi mubruk.
ai ene ko loy ku ka kan ba ene bu loy mu ru ku jogo conclusion loy topic one taban it
uh,
is still like announcement too so
okay so with jeng dan padang with daiben ke yen book tau ke yen lating brother mangro ku jana sister amo wedding dan lui ki fan yubo kol kan wangi ke ko to United States and fan chol New Hampshire và chiếc lọ cái là wedding đến lui pan Africa đó tuy đó và we riêng phát đàng ấy đó just let you know also ngồi lối rồi việc tuy đến cái gì quan cái quan tàu vì overseas đó ayen cái của de din dan bu lối play chú có lối play cái dit anyway just to let you guys see who is these people maybe make them the picture but brother Mayru kato chin chui ken tàu chin chăm của sister mo kato chin chui screen nhân và yen cái này yen có book lối share week cho nó a part of the news con ka giang ở Padang và yen ba lối play nên tông đen good good na what the bapping ya dang ene din ket ken wala kuja just remembering okay ka lối Payan and Bella doing Quava Loy play brother Biel Wilson Laki Nigel too long and then we can just pause it to book job Loy play another day. Payan ten and a Kava and Louis share we go ya Iranda in Yang Pada. Mana ya, ina pangalamu
Daniel
Hello.
aja kuje kër internet du wala ne dom ci dom ten ga tabani ne ci bay ga luy play go
No, it into the end. It's very good actually. Like you mentioned, achi chang chang chaba na pya didn't talk.
Okay,
oh
okay. Anyway, yeah, internet, yeah, no, they just a big problem here. So,
ay na ba ja ko ji ten u bu jala krangich
hmm.
taban e ne ja ping won si suspa ka la ki ne ci raj be ping suspa ke yo ye bay nyal be bay wutu pa daw ni chol muy rur ran dan di dang taw ten ke ran abuna
Abuna.
ayi na ke chingi gwire pet de bu bay be tri won der lo lakini ya ka ga jer bay ten bayin ki dugul wel congratulation to cake yi brother Muiror ke guji asisar Mau ena lech taban ni ki chak loy bak cheng du na chong taban chik chi wan loy ki tu wan ngur salam ke kira tapin kaya ka taw chung nyal chira nam dek zaman chi yok ka le bi cheng de jala chong yo gen ki chak di loy ba ena lejen du ki yewek ko soro wek chira gam mene daman dirwane ko jak chiek ben be chong mene achira jaret ain nyala jabu taw go we ko ben yer duna bi jagich bagrere tok a gut chater ain congratulation in duk lag week ko we ko ke on behalf of jeng padang ke taw fi diaspora den we chuke lech family both side ke chak loy ain kene ne ke da lwel ga ken ko che ka kai ki ni duni ku continuous fa ne ke da lwel ga ken yam ko den
I had the same thing. I had a bill and bagwal well anyway. I can kadi the end by Martin kadi the bill email go but we job into one in.
Yeah, na taba ne kene miya da piao, especially le work pa na chal pada mu ja wun ngog tie ku tok. Brother mi ro kwa nyira ni kutene ko abuna to ko work fi diaspora ku jaman mit ke sister Mau yama buruga lekum ku jake go suraten go sura de ten ku ja go sura de mon buñ ñu chawla ñu pan juba ku chag kam ni chag bay together ngi kuna taban wan ga to riage na ci ko riage ki wan ci ngo ko ci de wan ter na da nyan cin ci ana nyar ka cin di pen bran di tiek lakin zaman ne ben tiek ce kana to ko to ke ko la ñu ci ngo la ñu ci ko sura karo ci ngo chol ci ko gani ma tuom ke ci ne le ci dur pan ya la ci taban ke ci dur pin na me dur pan ya ka tieda o ko to bi tene ku jam yer pyodan bu gam wek especially yan my family balel ruga lekum we pa no mo ror ja yin sister mo we chuke dognam brok congratulations for the beautiful wedding ja yin tiere ne reju to ko wek tare juba pyal gop we dong ni pan another America piano go ye na ken mi da pio yi gen ko ta wo de lo chong mi sila abu ge ban we chong cha ben ye na ke da di
Eh,
cha ge le
thank you very much. Thank you very much, brother. My role with your sister Ma also. Và yen wo jeng padang they ma to wo tan man de ran we wo tan man wo to tan be jere de yan to furniture United States at this time brother Biel fi Canada and brother Wilson ka fi United States ya, and then kalwa ka to Juba, and then now wo jam kalwa ka fi Juba, which is mean wo kyo ke wo de pa yen ka ne ka ba Martin, congratulations to these two people, brother Mairo, kujana sister Mo. We take a lay with you. I'm quite and my tech nearly kick around even. Thank you.
I in Matektek in Chuklech, I think we do back to topic to conclude it. Then we will depart from there. We will go from there. Back to the topic. Sorry, guys. These are pure announcement. We have no another place we can let people know. That's why we bring them up to let you know. I know there were so many viewers. Maybe they were not from Jiang Padang. They left. But the real topic is the one that running in a screen. That's what we were talking about it. So come to the conclusion. We were talking about the petition regarding unfair distribution of the power within the. So that's what we were talking about it. So in conclusion, we are saying that hold on. Karang kichira lo ikin. My karang chi picture lo karang power. All right, power actually karang ko beto.
Louis shut down.
Bita karang akan tahu tar karang computer. Fa ini kan this is what we were talking about it. We need this one to be reviewed, and the message is going to the SPLM party, the SPLMIG, with the chairman of the party. We have a complaining the guys of the seven seat that were given to each state. We were being seated in the state of Upper Nile. That's what the Padang back home and here are saying. If we want to have a united uh, Upper Nile, it is better to be fair. We don't want to go back to the old style of northern system where one tribe or two tribes were always dominate the others because of their allies um, to the Jalaba. There is my brother who wrote there. I don't know whether you're still there. Uh, who wrote a comment by the name Bolko Akol. I don't know. Taban, these these neighbors of our tribe, they borrowed the Jiang name. I believe he may be from the Shola because Shola took a lot of our names, name like Akol, Jack, Ding. They all take it. This is what he written. He say we are not ready to divide Afrinal, brother. Find your state to divide, not Afrinal. We are good with 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 it united. Uh, there is nothing called find your own. We live in a state where people live by the counties that with the border a long time ago. So you as individual have no choice. Have no right to say you cannot. We can have it. We see so many people break away. That's why the people of Buma break away within the Jonglei state because of misrepresent and because of unfair distribution of the power. So if you think that we cannot break away, then you are deceiving yourself. A lot of country break away or a lot of state they become to state to themselves with unfair things. So this is one of the topic tonight. We are concluding that message had to go to SPLM Secretariat and the chairman of the party. We are being cheated within the state of Upper Nile. We need that one to be reviewed before it's not too late. Otherwise, we still to be breaking away from that state of Upper Nile, where one tribe want to dominate people based on their privilege that they got from Jalava from 83 to 2015 to 2015. It's not going to be happening more anymore because we are tired of it. We did not see any good leadership. We did not see any good development. If there are four road or four everything in Afernal, it will be count to those tribes who were in the leadership of governing the state. They corrupt the money from 83 until 2015. We never see the development. So this was the topic. For those who are listening to us, we are going to end it. So we were raising the petition based on what is written back there. And I will stop here, Brother Biel, you can take it. Where can we put it?
Abiel, I roll mute.
Unmute yourself, Biel.
Hello.
Yes, in G. Wilton, come conclusion, your 1 to
Minute,
2 minutes, or will we roll out?
Yes, this is the topic of discussion. You know, the unfair distribution of the members of parliament in Upper Nile State, especially to the counties of Jeng Padang. You know, we will be vocal about this issue because it's not something that can be accepted, especially when the SPLM members of parliament, you know, the four counties actually share, had 17 members of parliament instead of, sharing the distribution equally. The question regarding this is the adding numbers to the 55%, because this is a new parliament, it's a newly constituted parliament of, and many people were appointed based by the SPLM party, and the criteria that were used, we didn't even understood what criteria that were used. It was underrepresented and something that our people felt, not to have been recognized by the SPLM, and we are appealing to the SPLM chairman as well as the SG of the SPLM to look into this and raise this topic. It's not too late to redistribute the members of parliament to be acceptable to the other counties, because as I said earlier, and the four counties of the Jiang Padang stood with the SPLM, SPLA, I mean the SPLM, SPLA under the leadership of President Kir during the bad time and the good time as well. We did not turn our back, and if SPLM actually could work based on the support within the ground. 99.9% of the people within these four counties are supporting the SPLM under the leadership of President Kir, who is the chairman of the party. Therefore, this petition need to be looked into it by the leadership of the SPLM to make sure that we are given at least a share of the members of parliament. And those who are saying that this is not the right topic, of course it is, because if you feel marginalized, then the other option is to opt out from the marginalization and stood by yourself. And that's why we ask for the self-administrative area to be given to Jing Padang in Upper Nile State. The boundaries are very clear, because this is unacceptable to Jing Padang counties and the members of Jing Padang SPLM members in these counties. Thank you for being part of this show, for those who have come and joined us earlier, and those who will go and listen to it. And this is the reason why we came to live video and present the case to the public, so that they can hear what went wrong within the division of the members of parliament, the SPLM portion of member of parliament. Jim Padang with ping, making a view, one jam age. Ben Wilson, which I'm a tech level, your cogitator in Chinaran.
Brother Abiel, you can take it from there.
So I can get to say, can tell to brother Jibril here, say, let us focus on ABA. This ABA problem is something that we've been talking a lot. So we spoke about it last week. But we did not finish talking about it, but we still gonna talk about it. Pa yin ke yin dalam Martin ke we jeng Padang we to pi oversee ten kalau ku kan unfair biya fairly we lano the problem ben atau biak dun ten ka we na we ki yin ka the problem ero lo itu ten ku we jo ben tipping ko ye too late and that is why we jeng Padang wo ben yal with this topic ko wo ga jam about you guys and wo ga jam biak dun pa saban si de kek chu kek ting tan ka chike loy ga samo we ki petition god kana e unfair lakin we country we red thin lakin we be ka ngot ko we lui ke ga cheating karate ku we ga danganen government I chi we boy tin a long time chứ mà nó brother phải giờ one nhớ từ trên one che ran chi yin jal kan one of the coach they deserve to go with the peace lano ke coach by aroka for that long time up to now we ngor ko we balui we ke bai lo aro we ngor we lo dong chien na no ko yuan ke yo ke kare ke ga ila tuen ke man wan malaka lo destroy ran ngai ki ke no up to now I be ben ke yen be we be lo lead when kon we lo destroy but then kan de Martin commissioner da makal wan wen chu kwan gane no na yi wale lwe te chu pin no commissioner makal ai kwan kuna chi en kwan gane kan kola ne yen ti ror ka ga lano kene penen ko ni kola tini chulu ye wo tit ki no tong au piet lano wo lo nya ben ko gar wi do la ben tong piet no ka ki ban ba ben lo abolish ai chen ko be lui lakin up to now ai chen tong vero lo wai chen way that we ngobloy ka chuping gov commissioner ai kwan commissioner makal which is a good thing jamu tin for a long time lakini yen kan yen tirot daman dire ban ku yen chirwe ga dang makal man malakal man ku ngod we lui ke de go piam pi lokalo lo ba de ni state malakal that we mo ngoro lui ke dulumu zato the same people to we to ka bi ngoro ka la we ka la pai mato pa en gano wan ni ye ko le we chan buk malakal chan buk de state barawa chu de lo pi media tan ko chu de lo wo ka media we ka di en lo de tu dan ko jo ba lo is spread kwa chu le tan for a long time lakin I can answer up to now yen kan na lok lo state chu wan chi wil to ne wil kan wo mo ngoro wo mudulumin also payen kan taw ko ni we jeng Padang panyali ke grana ba na ko jite payanan tiu ba ga rit bi
Can
abia
common. Neran can common the betting it in a quecher at a chol jong a quay jok mon bor ran a section at a bide it. Lui la taw delas lui la de chol lakin karanga juti ni ku kai tu karang juti
ma lin ka kan taw nyal tu den bran
ling
ke
la taw
tolde
lakin aja which time wo chip tok lakin let us know na ko bi chol messenger. You can write it down if you cannot get a link le bu ben pung di in 2 minutes Daniel if not then we can go.
no it's not about me we la no chod kran kan ku ta mai to ku chod rana ba den will go en la won ta we lo bag dong bag lo tiok chana an chi almost 2 hours
Abiel unmute yourself Abiel.
so na
Abiel de gulwel.
What will 2 hours? That I don't get 6 minutes. Best of the yoga in Michigan.
okay
Ben Ben, I
la
toilet.
ran kan taw biang no tan kan
Iga achel wela yes achol garang achol jong kwe jok. Ala bi chol messenger ku bu ping ko belwel. Taban outsider yengi da yenkin de dang be ben lwel ke tiagu ku kakan. Era toy mun nyanda kaman.
Chal ki
okay
wa kai kurang message da yen muganin. I chat
La
in comment there. I don't see it.
acha ngi ke loy bet loy type rin ke loy ke type fi site garang. you search Google Facebook, then you go to Messenger.
Really chol jog. I can't think that or common age.
Yeah, way karang di jitin chol jong a chol jong akui jog. Let me try it here. Nabi ping his speaker. Okay, let me karang.
Jong call jog.
Beling lo pose ade ko jaba chigiting and link.
Really jong call jog mo.
No, akui. AKUEI.
Pose ade ko jaba chigiting and link.
Jot tieng iten na
Really
bro.
jong call jog mo.
No, akui. AKUEI.
Pose ade ko jaba chigiting and link.
Jot tieng iten na
Really
bro.
jong call jog mo.
No, akui. AKUEI.
Aywa elwel ini ci lui talaba le bi chol. Elwel bi chol mo. Okay.
I will be next time.
Okay, next time. Okay. Okay. Ai fayen wo rana yen ko bi ben kana itu alwel we cannot see ling machar kwet ling achat po je yen ki yen ling atau te ye ke messenger ma lo padang media na bin ling la yok ti la kina bot ne ka chi bu we yen ki yen ling atau already there.
Ega da chatting karang. Atau under together we can make it.
At yen le yin padang media
Atau
ma
padang
ling
kaman.
atau nyale nam tin
Ega
ten
de great ten.
na te le yin tin ten ka bayok, so I don't know why it today Iran went the problem is today into when a yen jam ko again you cannot see the link, but now on the altern to when chick a title got you can see the link, it's right there.
Another why another forum that another forum which it out direct within the Facebook.
Today way ko in chi link dating la ba kon get out ko ja lo ben
Facebook
yen
direct.
yo when yin pa yen ne link is already there. Why what kon ka yan be lo twen ko
No, why are you go to Daniel yin allege in dugnam rut kachu queen you go ko jitene but message dia ngor ke la de week with sia tin kan padang karanga ke chuglu le ko dun taban ki yo ben queen tong dun ko ke yak ting ki chagat bi je yo ben jam tin chin gidi du ko tin ret yo ko tin ne tari ke yo ko refer back to the 83 yin ke yo ko ten na chuk wet bara men kat ke ya wo be gat chan bu ting te chu taban jam ga wel wana le be nam control de ti ya wo be tingu wo chu wet bara ga le ba wo ga yu ko le la ke ne je de ga lakin all in all ke kwen ko ke dawo de ko ke ne bi chu de a chan ge chira bla nyok state level ko we ga da ko bag lui follow up ko re juba ba ke ne kwan chu a chan we wer ke cha wel wana chu ke nom ke chir position kun rot wa pa de generation dang be log ban lakin kina fix it min sa be log fix it ene kana ene kada marwe wo go ka je we ta to go ban de ngin ke chi post baga taw jeng padang messenger jeng padang media messenger ale bi ka da yok ko wona host ayen we chuke lek ayo ko ita okay de kaman je ben
Yeah, brother, manjok, machar. How are you? Linga liu ted, linga
That,
down. Ne karangane quite lui confused. How are you?
Yeah, achi yok.
Okay, what ko wo betiak lakin I don't know. Lai ba chi wo tiok in right away po e wo yanan ko ba jal na bu wer kon ka dong tin ka che problem. E wo de ka la loy ba make my problem but ai chiran to ka chiu be ben de ran ko ba la ne 2 hours from now. Ba yen la
Yeah,
ba la twen ko ba ngor ki jam na de ran dang bu ben ka bia la ba dong ka ba ngor ka lo lui continue. De lo ero la na chen no way we thiếu cái này yana ko ba de kala lo ba yin in
okay.
chu le jare de brother thank you for coming our topic ya ka ke won ta chu lo read out ya topic ko churo tem no be I don't know non ban de another information le jeng padang jogo kujiten ka yin in lo balat we
Yeah, okay, shukran jazilan yana. Chan chugan chol taban yana der ku yana da kura min giber and da kura chef and chip ta gadang Europe. So wanta chu ya yok yana ya gwalo ambulu khoshi wele we taban kan jeng fadang ja piang pin ne yan.
mm
Ana men jeng fadang. So that's why I try to intervene in there. Yeah, kayen linga chol garang lan taban ayi garang how you call it ayi broadcast ke denam different ade ka yelo post up kwa de ka yen kwang pinten kwa de garang yang ke are different sometimes ke ka lo confuse a little bit,
mm
so I'm sorry about that but I got it. Yeah, yeah, the topic man jamtin topic do the one ke war garang ke da mungkin bulo da wala shoy chaman bel wa fam actor
okay,
chan chan jam
topic
de kala
topic
gaman.
topic topic ya malish. Daniel, the chin ben luyer and jelly midil jala can be another 10 minutes below. Be a lock shut down. Topic
I can make it
misrepresentation, which is a run in Madaka, where one chicken money more like o chike la chwer kurasi ke MP bita lui ko represent fi national level kan wer ke gata juba ten ke joj maktab de SPLM je tawran to ke general secretariat fi wez maktab ta SPLM so wade lula de city chike gamben fi kul state wo chike mi seat pro ko ka pernal seat ka ke pro denim ke chit 5 tribe wala wo denim ke chit 13 counties tidi ke doro a ci werke be ci ke ben gamro werke norban jilgidi kan ci kaga ci ke te based on counties ake ke kaga ci gamben ki to wan lo referendum in case na la ko mutamar watan lege ci de jot during one but 2010 ke kir benam de power ben ko appointed ko ke SPLM for example the state of Apernal werke ci luga ka ci lon wiyaya ci lon ku pagana ci lon but a chiki been appointed on that percentage, the 7 seat. I think ben doing in party. I can daman one in loy 2010 SPL karang aprena lata under NPC bitamutamur watan. Tau governor ke galwag deng mo inwer. So ke seat ka ke jo lu complain wo chika kwel ke wergen re 4 county wo jing padang wo 4 county. Ke 17 MP
Achi de 17 ku kuran ku fadange ke 4.
dro apa dangi ko dro so yene ke tira jallo ga yene ke cia wurk jagot ko ju kan ke taw cia tin taw back home ke yena wurk ni jogo ben kwen bi ku jogo be lati ci ko yugo ting kena yugo le la ci yene ke wan taw ko ga bu ben bi ja kan yin tek ci ko ci ko bele ku bay ga pan ci ku min talaro tamanin la hat kar 2015 on top of that ke gi wana ci gat ben tabana ci gat lu yuzu ke ga den yegala ben yani na ting yi SPLM ay wo a ci dominate dan ting yi so wa de nim ko tin ting yi ngadien a ci ru tek pe ben Kek barau miskela kabir lakin wo jam SPLM dan woni en SPLM IG yen luigu support ba yen ke loira ga kan yen ke jemutin kan bug la ke ga di le kana chu bele twen ti le tek ramuk ti da ngwen bo jat
Yeah, okay, rang ka wara ki ba ni ala wi ba ting.
oh okay
Sorry. Yeah, wara ki ba ni ala wi ba la kabur ke ba ja ting sure kire. What is going on exactly?
okay Daniel wi ka bro mat wala
Yeah, na yani kira kabur ya.
Wilson te to win a device in kana win a cell phone will be a hard time to see it.
okay ye na ba kweni ne te pingi ne pali yipin kolum kan ti yin we mat ba we ten
I tell that I tell lana I can way they don't maximize.
okay
Kunat
te ken
our
to
device in a country and you cell phone can very top rate can be running. Ella but our computer in my like and can care Louis computer well. When I Louis drop off, I don't know.
gam 1 minute na ran chu ben khalat ko duga pursa bug jal
Yeah, I see a drop off. I think it's something
ade na
wrong.
internet problem
Then the internet well yeah, which you there I don't know. BL when I Louis drop off.
unmute yourself abiel
and mention access the document and by add ya but lakin okay all right and by add lakin a chabi alu kabaro lana zide I can add it there.
I don't think any chugam 2 minute na kin show up we go chokotin gang bur be kan chia
Yeah.
5 something Daniel Jijal
Join the letter.
Now and
I think we chok ye na chibu dil be ben kun chi nam de internet problem
yeah, betano but karanga.
mm